Good evening. I'm Chanel, Vehicle Title Expert. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you in advance for subscribing. So, tonight I want to talk about an unfortunate outcome that sometimes happens when you purchase a vehicle from a lien sale. So, normally what happens from a lien sale, you go to the auction, you get your packet or the title work in question for that vehicle, and you take that title work or packet, you go to the DMV, and if all is well, you get your title. That's normally the positive outcome. But unfortunately, sometimes during the process or the filing process, everything does not go well. If there is a lien on that vehicle record, okay, and that lien holder is not notified within a certain amount of time, then that's a problem. That lien is still going to be in place. Whoever is filing the paperwork process from a mechanic lien, a tow lien, a storage lien, or an abandoned vehicle, they are required to go through every part of the filing process as is required in their state. No exceptions. They have to comply. All right. So, in the event you purchased a vehicle and you receive a notice from the DMV that, hey, we were advised there's a lien on this vehicle, please come forward, submit the title, because the lien holder may have reached out to the DMV regarding their own research, and they find out that you have the vehicle. You are to comply with the DMV, or the lien holder may reach out to you directly, giving you a warning, or without a warning, they may simply come and repossess the vehicle that you now have. And you may be wondering, well, how can this be? I have a title packet that I received from the party that conducted the lien sale. Also, I got a bill of sale. So, how can I lose this vehicle? You can. Even if you have a bill of sale from that lien sale, the bill of sale is not going to save you. And the reason being is because the lien holder, their interest in that vehicle is still intact. If they were not notified or notified within a certain amount of time from the company that did the filing process, they still have claim and right to that vehicle in question. Okay. So now there's going to be an investigation. The DMV is asking you to come forward with that title, or the lien holder may give you notice, or worst case, repossess the vehicle altogether. Okay. So, in the event you find yourself in one of these examples here, you will have to comply accordingly to whatever they're asking for. And if you lose the vehicle, unfortunately, that's just the outcome. But you can file damages against a company that filed the paperwork. You paid them for the vehicle. Unfortunately, they didn't give you the full paperwork, or they were not forthcoming with any information pertaining to the paperwork as well. So now you are impacted. So, yes, you can take them to court, with the purpose of getting the funds back that you paid. Okay, so that would be your recourse there. But I wanted to bring this scenario up to you guys. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. Okay, and a lot of you will not really be aware. You will not be mindful of what to look for in that title packet or paperwork packet unless you are really familiar with vehicle title laws. Okay, so ask that repair shop, the tow company, or the company that filed the process to show you all of the paperwork and explain everything. Don't just take the packet and go to DMV. Ask them to explain and just go through the packet with you versus just handing it to you and just telling you, okay, go and get your title. You deserve that explanation, and you should be made aware. Okay, also ask them, hey, was there a lien on this vehicle? If so, did you reach out to the lien holder in question? A thing I want to share is when it comes to vehicle records that you pull per state. Sometimes you will see something that says no record found. Okay, just because it's no record in that particular state. Let's say, for example, there is a tow company in, let's say, Georgia, as an example, and the mechanic tells you, well, here's the record, here's the Georgia vehicle transcript in question. There's no record here. Even if you see a no record clause or reading on a vehicle transcript, it does not mean that that vehicle does not have a record at all. Okay, that vehicle could have a record in another state. It may have a record in North Carolina. So that mechanic, that tow company, or that business in question, they are to do their due diligence and do a full state inquiry, all states if necessary, and they are to do that. They want to make sure that their bases are covered. So even if they have no record found, you still should ask them, do they conduct a full check of other states? Because you don't want anything to come out and bite you at the end. So be very careful about that. Make sure you ask those questions before you walk away with that title packet. Okay, but I wanted to bring you guys this important situation that does come up, occasionally. If you are in the situation now or have been in the situation, I do want to hear from you. Feel free to drop me a line below or visit me at wisdomandauthority.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please click share and subscribe. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.